Okay, so we just solved for 15 feet, so now we'll be solving for 24 feet. It's pretty much all the same thing, so we're going to go through step 1. Step 1 is sketching. I'm going to draw the wall, the window, the ladder, and our base. We're going to label our sketch, and our ladder is 25 feet long, so feet, and then we know it is, our base is 24, so x equals 24 feet, and this is moving out that way at 2 feet per second, so this is 2 feet per second. Okay, now we're going to move on to step 2, and step 2 is to determine your equation and variables. Alright, so our equation is still going to be the same. X squared plus y squared equals z squared. Our x this time is 24 feet. And our dx dt is still going to remain the same and be 2 feet per second. Our z this time is 25 feet, which is the same as what we had last time. And our dz dt will remain the same and continue to be 0 feet per second because the ladder is not changing in its height. Now we will be looking for y. Solving for y, which is our question mark right now. So we have our x, which is 24 feet squared plus our y squared equals our z squared, which is 25 feet. Alrighty. Now we're going to solve, and we get 24 squared, which is 576, so 576 feet squared plus y squared equals 225 squared is 625 feet squared. And get our y equals z squared, which is 625 feet squared, minus x squared, which is 576 feet squared. And we get y squared equals this minus this is 49. Take the square root of both sides, and you get y equals 7. So now we know our y is 7, and we are still looking for dy dt. So dy dt is still our question mark. Okay, so now we'll move on to step 3. I will be moving a little bit fast with step 3 just because it's the same thing that it was for when we looked at 15 feet and when we did the one for 7 feet. So I'm going to copy it down, x squared plus y squared equals z squared. I'm going to take the derivatives of both sides. And I get 2x dx dt plus 2y dy dt equals 2z dz dt. Like I said, I went a little bit fast here because we already did the same thing with 15 feet and 7 feet. Now we'll be moving on to step 4. Which is plug and chug. Always a favorite, easiest part of the entire thing. Simple algebraic math. So we are going to plug in what we have for x and dx dt, which is written in purple over here. We are going to plug in what we have for our y, which is written in green. I'm going a little bit fast for the plug-in part, just because we did the same thing for 715, and just the numbers are different. And we are going to plug in what we have for z, which is brown, and dz dt, which is also brown. Alright, so let me get to it. I'm going to carry the 2 down. I'm going to times by 24 feet. I'm also going to times by 2 feet per second plus our 2 times our y, which is 7. Our dy dt is already in black, but that is what we're looking for, so we'll keep that dy dt equals 2 times our z, which is 25 feet, times our 0 feet per second. Okay? Now it's time to do multiplication. So 24 times 2 is 48. 48 times 2 is 96. So I have my 96 here. Feet squared per second. Plus 7 times 2 is 14. 14 feet for our dy dt equals 0, because we have the 0, and of course that means 0. So now I'm going to solve for my dy dt, which will leave me 14 feet times our dy dt equals negative 96 feet squared per second. Okay? Now I get dy dt isolated by itself, and I get dy dt equals negative 96 feet squared per second all over 14 feet. Okay, and now we're going to simplify, because you always have to simplify all the way through. And I get dy over dt equals negative 48 over 7, I believe. And that'll be feet per second. This feet will cancel one of those feet out. And this will be our final answer. Thanks, y'all.